May you all please rise. Leading the procession today are Acting Superintendent of Schools, Ms. Denise Cleary. School Business Administrator, Mrs. Kathleen A. Gaylor. Director of Human Resources, Mrs. Michelle Gorney. Board of Education President, Mr. Gregory R. Martucci, and Vice President, Ms. Katarzyna Kozak. Board members, Mrs. Don Viviano, Mrs. Tracy Burge, Mr. Patrick Giordano, Ms. Snyder Mulia, Mrs. Doris Johnson, Ms. Marianne Angela, Mr. Ahmed Kahana, the Honorable Mayor Derek Armstead. Now, introducing the Principal of the High School, Mrs. Elena Horton. Senior Vice Principal and Graduation Coordinator, Mr. Kevin Thurston. to introduce the Senior Vice Principal, Mr. Kevin Thurston.
Class of 2019, please be seated. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Please rise for the presentation of the colors and remain standing for our national anthem. Will the gentlemen please remove their caps and place them at the end of the national anthem? The color. Will the class of 2018 please be seated? It is now my pleasure to introduce the valedictorian of the Linden High School class of 2019, Peter Zalinsky.
Thank you.
Good afternoon, class of 2019. I'll be short because, like many of you, I want graduation to end quickly for all of us to get our diplomas. I've been to previous graduations and I know how long they can get. Nevertheless, I want to say a few words as a salutatorian for the class of 2019. I am proud to be the salutatorian for this class. I can't believe it's all over. In 2 days, I'll be starting college, so you know my summer vacation will be fun and exciting. Looking back on it now, I don't know where all the time went. I still remember when I came to America as a tiny toddler, and seeing my dad, who came to America a few months before my mom and I was confused. What was the big deal? My parents decided to leave Poland after communism fell and come to America to hopefully live the American dream. We left everything for a chance to have something here. However, life isn't that simple. To achieve greatness, you must face challenges. The problems that we face in our lives help make us stronger and you never truly understand the difficulties that someone undertakes until you view their life from their perspective. My family, to get the American dream, we had to overcome many problems. My dad has cancer, and he's had it since I was young. It's always crazy thinking about it because I never really knew much about my dad's condition because we really never talked about it. A few years ago, I also learned that the cancer spread to other parts of his body. My dad has been my role model and my inspiration for my entire life. He left most of his family to come here, work tirelessly so we could have a good life here, and all while struggling with cancer. I faced many problems in my life, some simple such as too much homework, to some more severe problems such as depression and even suicidal thoughts. However, I always thought about the magnitude of my problems never come close to my dad's. I learned to never give up and to always go for your goal, even when it may seem unachievable. My goal from the start was to always make my dad proud, and I know that he is proud because he is able to witness my accomplishments today. Today, I stand before you as salutatorian. Many wish that I'll be number one, however, I still stand here proudly because I know I achieved many great things. And I want everyone here to understand that you should be proud of wherever you are in life because you are the one who got yourself there. I'd like to thank all the teachers I had the pleasure of knowing and all the advice you have given to me. Thank you to Ms. Casey and Ms. Hanasowski, who's always been there for me since day one in Linden High School. Thank you to Mr. Cosby and Mr. Spano, who've always given me advice. Thank you to the band, the choir, and the ROTC cadets to help make graduation a special event for all of us. Thank you to my dad for everything he's done for me. Thank you to my mom, who's worked multiple jobs so we could have a stable life. Thank you to my older brother, who couldn't go to college because he had to help my family. And thank you to every single person that I've met, because you all helped me become the first person in my family to go to college. And finally, my class, the class of 2019. Thank you for everything you have done for me, and always remember, our next step will be our greatest. Thank you.
It is now my honor to introduce our mayor, the Honorable Gary Armstead.
Good afternoon, Acting Superintendent Mrs. Cleary, Business Administrator Ms. Gaylord, Board President Mr. Martucci, members of the board, parents, guardians, family, friends, faculty and staff. And last but not least, the graduating class of 2019. Congratulations on your milestone in your life. This will be a day you will long remember. You've made memories over the years that will last a lifetime. And long after you graduated, you will remember these times. Believe me when I tell you, you'll be telling your children and your grandchildren about your stories and experiences in the days of your school. Before I go any further, I want you to remember that you should thank your parents, your guardians, those who have helped you and supported you during your school career, because behind every successful student is a hardworking, loving, supportive parent or guardian who believes in you and will do anything to ensure you reach your fullest potential and soar to your highest heights. Last night, as I sat in my office going over this speech, I couldn't help but think of all the parents at home busy planning for today's festivities. Some of you may have not slept in anticipation for your child's special day. But remember, today is your big day as well. This is the day you've been preparing for since your child's first steps. So it's okay to shed a tear. So share a smile, and although it may be time for your son or daughter to move on, latch on to these memories and remember, This is just a new beginning in a chapter of their young lives. Next, we can't forget not to thank our teachers. This thank you is not just for the teachers you've had over the last 4 years, but the ones who taught you throughout your journey. Your success is a reflection of their hard work and dedication to you. I know this because 40 years ago, I sat in the same seat that you are now, and my parents and teachers put it all into me. As I look out at this graduating class of 2019, I see many familiar faces. Many of you I've known since you were babies, and I've watched you, along with your families, grow into fine young men and women who are in front of us today. It's hard not to get nostalgic, because as I look through the crowd, I see our future. Not only of our community, but of our state and our country. And I know you will make Linden proud. Today is not only a new beginning, but the next step in your life's journey. Some of you will continue your formal education, obtaining bachelor's degrees, master's, and PhDs. Others will go into trade school to become master craftsmen in a specific trade. Some of you will pursue careers in the military and serve our country proudly, keeping us safe and out of harm's way on the home front. And others will find employment in the public and private sector. Whatever you choose to do, choose to be the best that you can be. And remember, Linden will always be your home. Don't be afraid to come back and share your experiences with the future generations. My message to you is this. We all aspire to achieve our goals and fulfill our dreams. And I wish, as I stand here looking at all of you, I can say that in life, you will not encounter any hurdles or obstacles or rough patches as you work hard to achieving your goals. I wish I could say that in route to your success, you will not encounter challenges or setbacks and disappointments. But I can say that, remember, we don't measure a person by how hard he falls, but by the way he picks him or herself up. As you get back up and go through life, be humble and kind. Remember, not to judge others on the surface, but by the content of their character. And remember, every face has a different story. Until you know that story, be there to help support and criticize. As you go out in life, remember, we are all human beings first. That we have feelings, emotions, successes, and struggles. If someone is down, extend your hands to help them up. Remember, the greatest exercise for the heart is to reach down and pull someone up. I'll end this with a quote by William Faulkner. Never be afraid to raise your voice for honesty and truth and compassion against injustice, lying, and greed. If people all over the world would do this, it would change the world. Class of 2019, my challenge is for you to do your part to change the world. Don't be afraid. As your mayor, I'm living proof that commitment and hard work, integrity and compassion will pay off. Set your standards high. Never let anyone tell you something is impossible. Always raise the bar. You deserve the best. And remember, so many people here believe in you, and so much has been invested in you in helping you succeed. Now it's time to take advantage of what you've been given. What you will become now is up to you. Make your parents proud, make your teachers proud, make your city proud, but most importantly, make yourself proud. In closing, congratulations once again, class of 2019, and may your life be filled with success. God bless you all.
This story will now come forward to address the class of 2019.
Good morning, Acting Superintendent Mrs. Cleary, Board of Education President Mr. Martucci, esteemed board members, the Honorable Mayor Armstead, parents, families, friends, and most importantly, graduates. It has truly been my honor to be your principal and to celebrate this very special day with you. In just a short while, the class of 2019 will receive diplomas to mark their graduation from high school. The diplomas these graduates earn represent years of hard work, commitment, dedication, and achievement, and will mark a turning point in the lives of these young people. Certainly, the class of 2019 will be greatly missed, and most of us here today can testify to their incredible academic achievements, passionate performances in the arts, and memorable competitions in athletics. I know for many of you, right now, you are caught up in the cap and gown and the ceremony of it all. But at some point it will hit you, if it has not already, that you are really graduating. One chapter of your life is closing, while another is just beginning. The story is yours to write. Don't let anyone steal your pencil. For your parents, the passage of time is all too obvious, and you have grown up in the blink of an eye. Just 13 short years ago, you stepped into school for the very first time. Some of you were probably scared, holding on tight to your mom's hand, or grandma's, or dad's, and it was hard for them to let you go. But they did, because they knew you had so much to learn, and learn you did. I am reminded of the Robert Fulghum poem that starts with, "Most of what I really need to know about how to live and what to do and how to be, I learned in kindergarten." Well, as Fulghum says, kindergarten is where you learn to share everything, play fair, don't hit people, put things back where you found them, clean up your own mess, don't take things that aren't yours, say sorry when you hurt someone. Those are all good lessons, and they stand true today. We should share and be fair and be kind. And when we make a mess, we should take responsibility and clean it up. And we should always say sorry when we hurt someone. I guess you did learn those lessons in kindergarten because I've seen you live that in the halls of Linden High School. I have witnessed your kindness, your empathy, and your sense of responsibility. Those are some of the traits that define you, good lessons learned. The poem goes on to remind us that in kindergarten we also learn to live a balanced life, to learn some and think some and draw and paint and sing and dance and play every day some. And when you go out into the world, watch out for traffic, hold hands and stick together. Be aware of wonder. That's my favorite line. Be aware of wonder. That is my hope, my wish for all of you. Above all, be aware of wonder. Think back to kindergarten, how you could not wait to learn. Everything was exciting. Hold on to that. Life is exciting. Be aware. Take risks. Step out of your comfort level. Jump, even when you're scared. Find your passion. Write your story. Be aware of wonder. So now it is time to go out into the world. It's going to be hard again to let go, but you are ready. You have shown your teachers, you have shown me, that you have learned all you need to know. You are going to do amazing things. But no matter where life leads you, Linden High School will always be your home. Congratulations, graduates. You may be proud.
It gives me great pleasure to introduce to you the Linden High School Choir to sing our graduation song, Just the Sing.
It starts with just a single voice, one you barely hear.
Reaches out to touch your heart. The sound is growing near.
And yet with just a single voice, the message can be strong.
For when we hear a single voice, won't others join along?
The power
At this time, we would like to honor our top students. Will the following students come forward to accept their honors from our board president, Mr. Gregory Martucci? First honors, Musin Khan. Second honors, Peter Solasny. Third honors, Love Diswicki. At this time, I would like to introduce the valedictorian for the class of 2019, Musin Khan.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, friends and family, teachers, students, and most of all, graduates of the class of 2019. It is an honor to speak to you on this special occasion as your valedictorian, but more importantly, as a fellow intellectual and friend. I am proud of this achievement, but it did not come easily. I recall there were long nights of studying, stressing, and even sacrificing time for friends and family. But reward comes from effort and hard work. As Teddy Roosevelt once said, nothing in the world is worth having or worth doing unless it means effort, pain, or difficulty. That is my message for you today. Dream big, set your goals, and then make them happen. If you aim for nothing, you'll hit it every time. It may sound cliche, but cliches exist for a reason. We have so much to be thankful for. Here at Linden High School, we have received a great education thanks to a fine administration and teachers. They have played a fundamental role in compelling students to grow, whether it was through trial and error or by exposing higher ideals. We are prepared to move on and to take on whatever challenges come next in our lives. Whether you intend to continue your education or not, you will benefit from what you have learned here. Each of us had our unique experiences at LHS, a combination of good times and bad times, times of laughter and joy, and of course, times of last-minute studying for that exam that we have on table case tomorrow morning. I want to take a moment to acknowledge Ms. Control. Your help with the IB extended essay and so much more. You helped me excel in the IB program. Next, I want to thank my parents. Everyone will be congratulating me for graduating, but it's you who should be getting the balloons and flowers. I wouldn't have made it to this point without your love, dedication, and occasional cries of frustration. I can never repay you for all of this. I hope someday I can raise my own children as bravely and selflessly as you have raised me. But if I fail, at least they will have amazing grandparents to fall back on. Lastly, I want to thank my siblings, especially my older brother, who has always been there to make sure that I was set on the right track to success. I treasure your unconditional love and support. Alfred Lord Tennyson ended his poem Ulysses with the line, "To strive, to seek, to find, and not to yield." Indeed, we have done so. Today, we become LHS graduates. The home of the Tigers is now also the home of tomorrow's business leaders, doctors, politicians, scientists, and stars. And I have no doubt that all of you will contribute to the fabric of the future in some way. Society is counting on you. Go forward, work hard, and attain excellence. The kind of excellence that will make your dreams a reality. Good luck and congratulations to the class of 2019.
Mrs. Clary, as principal of Linden High School, it gives me great pleasure to present to you the Linden High School Class of 2019.
Thank you, Mrs. Corey, and class, please be seated.
This is
It's an exciting day. Welcome, everyone. Good afternoon. As I look out amongst you, the class of 2019, it only reminds me of how fast the year has gone. It feels as though we were here only yesterday congratulating the class of 2018 and wishing them well. For a year now, they've already been out in the world, making their mark, and now it's your turn to follow suit. The possibilities that lie before you are endless, and it is ironic that today you say goodbye, and then tomorrow you eagerly say hello to work, college, the military, to new experiences, and to new friends. It is no surprise that many of you are ready to move out into the world. I'm sure that Mr. Boyer agrees with me that many of you have had one foot out the door all year, and Mr. Thurston tried desperately to keep you in. On the other hand, some of you may wish to stay put in the comfort of the walls of LHS forever. But no matter where you stand on this, it is time to move on. During the course of the last 4 years, you have had the encouragement of teachers, coaches, and counselors telling you to do your best, manage your time well, be honest and fair, show respect for others, and be true to yourselves. These bits of advice are the cornerstones of life, and if followed will lead to a respectable and hopefully even prosperous future. I would love to be able to guarantee a good life for each of you. That is way beyond me. You are now in charge of your own destiny, and it is our hope that the lessons and guidance we have given you will lead you in the right direction. There are certain qualities that you can acquire or strengthen to help you create a good life, and I would like to mention a few. Continue to learn. Learning occurs everywhere and not just in the confines of the school. Be curious and open to others who may be different from you. You have had the privilege of attending an extremely diverse high school. Use that to your advantage and be open-minded. Read more and learn something new each day. Be courageous. There will be times when you must speak up because others will not. And there are many times when you may need to act decisively because others may not. Hopefully, along with your families, you have instilled in you the ability to know right from wrong and how to act accordingly. Be resilient. You know the saying, when life deals you lemons, make lemonade. Do not dwell on past mistakes. You cannot take back what you said or did 10 seconds ago. It is past, so focus on what you are going to do in the future. Foster good relationships. Stay connected with those who support you and have the same positive outlook that you do. Surround yourself with the people is likely to help you fulfill many of the goals you have set before you. Laugh and have fun. In the big scheme of things, life is a very short journey that we must make the most of. Happy is sometimes hard. Live every moment to the fullest, and each day be sure to do one thing that will have a positive impact on someone else. The giant step you are taking towards your future is huge, so don't let anyone make light of that fact. You are stepping into a very dynamic and exciting time where things are going to change greatly. It is not a change to fear, but rather a change to embrace and grow with. No matter what, always strive to do your personal best. No matter what others say about you, do what you want and never settle. Be sure that you greet the world each day with the right attitude. For the rest of your life, you will encounter different personalities and different attitudes. But remember, it is your own attitudes and decisions that determine the course of your day. Class of 2019, I want all of you to have the life you dream of. Only you can do that, and I hope you have success and happiness along the way. Keep smiling, and may all your dreams come true. Thank you. And now, Mr. Martucci, as acting superintendent of schools, it gives me great pleasure to present to you the Linden High School class of 2019.
Sit down.
Good morning, everyone. First of all, I'd like to congratulate class of 2019. As I look out at the graduates, I see many of you who are my former students. It gives me great pride. And pride I share with you, along with your parents, your teachers, your coaches, and your administrators. we witnessed the achievement that you have accomplished to the major milestone in your life. Today, we all will bear witness to each of you attaining your high school diploma. After today, some of you will seek employment in the trades, others will proudly serve our nation, and others will go on to college. I want you to know that you are the important threads that help define the fabric of your home community. So I thank you for being Linden strong. God bless you, and guide whatever path you have taken in life. And for those of you who know me, I never can leave a speech without a quote. And it's a quote that was given to me a number of years back, which I'd like to pass on to you. And it's on perfection. What you do in life, whatever it is, behavioral theorists have always said perfection is unattainable. Whether it is, whether it isn't. But whatever you do in life, if you will chase perfection, you will always catch greatness. Remember that. On behalf of the Linden Board of Education, congratulations to Linden High School class.
Each year, the Board of Education presents a special award to the top 5 students in each area of study. Board President, Mr. Martucci, and Board Member, Mrs. Johnson, will present the top 5 awards in the College Preparatory Program of Studies to valedictorian Musin Khan, salutatorian Peter Zelansky, third honor, Love is Rosie. Fourth honor, Jeremiah Acosta. Fifth honor, Daniel Lopez. Board of Education members Mrs. Birch and Mrs. Shahada will present the top 5 awards in the Business Education Computer Science Program of Studies. 2. Austin Irvin. Eric Hernandez. Angelo, and Neil. Anthony Rodriguez. Board of Education Vice President Mrs. Kozak and Board Member Mrs. Deviano will present the top 5 awards in the Career and Technical Education Program of Studies 2. Bianca Osborne. Nina Miller. Rafael Ramirez. Kevin Ramillo. Wilson Jr. I apologize for missing the name for the computer science program. Justin Deanna. Linden High School Principal Mrs. Yelena Horry will now present the Union County Secondary School Principal's Exemplary Student Award to Ariana Jennifer Renee Eastwood. This time, we will present some very special awards. Mrs. Kathleen A. Lord, Business Administrator and Board Secretary, will present the A.R. Toronto Award for Best All-Around Student of Class of 2019.
I'd like to present this award to the class of 2019. Ariana. Yeah!
incredible students for having perfect attendance throughout high school, grades 9 through 12. To present this award, I would like to introduce Mr. William McMahon. Mr. McMahon is retiring this year from Linden High School. In his 33-year tenure, Mr. McMahon has never missed a day of school. I have a very special announcement. Henceforth, this commendation will be called the William McMahon Perfect Attendance Award. And this year's recipients are Stephanie Arau and Nicholas Cohen. That's a great man to emulate. So as he walks away, I'm going to call him back because this year we have 6 retired district faculty members with us. They have dedicated many years of service to the Linden School District. We would like to honor them by presenting them with a diploma emeritus. The diplomas will be presented by board members Mr. Gargano and Mrs. Guillaume. Will the following retirees please come forward to the podium to receive your diploma? Ms. Deborah Sager. Mrs. Bernadette Medina. Mrs. Maura Campbell. Mr. Ronald Bornstead. Mr. Frank Lysick. And Mr. William McMahon. Thank you all for your many years of service.
The Linden High School Band and Chorus will now perform the alma mater. Gentlemen, please move your caps. Graduate class, please stand.
Amen.
Ariana Jennifer Renee Eastwood. Serena Moselle. Musan Mom. Peter Alinsky. Jeremiah Acosta. Mary Nicholas Brown.
faculty, administration, and most of all, the class of 2019. Seniors, we finally did it. It feels like just yesterday we were in middle school, if we were on the field for Unity Day. That was the first time both middle schools ever came together. So over McManus though, just saying. In any case, now we are here once again together, this time as high school graduates. This is a very bittersweet moment for us. Though it is difficult to move on, we are all excited and optimistic about our future plans. Now, think about your high school experience and use it to move forward. Think about our demonstration when we together showed that we can stand up to gun violence. When together, we peaceably made our voices heard. Think about our skills. Together, we organized and hosted the first annual talent show. And even though we all live in different parts of Linden, we grew up together, learned together, and are graduating together. So shout out to Sunnyside, down Linden, up Linden, 4th Ward, Tremley, and Bayway. Did I get everyone? It doesn't matter where you are from because we are all LHS now. As your class president, I want to emphasize a few things. A few moments from now, we enter the real world. But before we take that step together, we should think back on high school. These past few years, someone, maybe your parent, guardian, a faculty member, or a friend, has always guided you in one way or another. Now, we can take all that guidance and use it to fuel our own independence. Now, we are responsible for what comes next, and no one else. My ROTC instructors always taught me that you have to adapt to your environment, be a leader, and stand out. Whatever you did or did not do, it is now past. It is time to work on your futures. If you are in every club and on every team, these interests can stay with you for the rest of your life. If you weren't involved with high school activities, then get involved at college or in the community, knowing that it is never too late to spark interest in a new topic. If you're enlisting in the military, know that LHS will always honor your service. Be safe. Malcolm X said, education is the passport to the future, for tomorrow belongs to those who prepare for it today. Throughout the years, we have been given the tools to prepare for the future. The adults in our lives can only give us but so much. It is our responsibility to take what they have given us and use it to strive for success. With that being said, I would like to thank every faculty and staff member from Linden Public Schools. The bonds that we've created are unbreakable. I would also like to apologize for any trouble that we've ever caused. I know I annoyed some teachers, but it was all out of love. Over these 4 years here, we've gotten a lot of help. So can the other class officers, Serena Bazil, Tatiana Carter, and Naomi Flora, come up here, please? The first two are for our wonderful advisors, Mr. Alvarez and Ms. Jakowski. Next is for Ms. Horry, Vice Principal Thurston, Mrs. Todd, and Mrs. Victoria. And last but not least, my beautiful mother, Ms. Carter. Your contributions are very much appreciated. My seniors, it is now about that time. It is time for the turning of the tassels. The tassel before graduation symbolizes your time as a student. At this time, please move your tassel to the left, signifying your new status as a high school graduate. Thank you.
Parents and guests, please remain seated as the students exit the stadium and the gym. At this time, I would like to ask dignitaries to lead out the procession, followed by a 2019 graduate. Seniors, you will pick up your diplomas in the dance room